Lucas Sports. Don't forget to hit the like button and share the video, y'all, if y'all feeling it. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the little building, the bottom right-hand corner of the video. But I was listening to Vlad TV, and shout out 70. I see he made a video about it too. But Michael J. White did an interview, and in a portion of the interview, he talked about Earl Spence and that Michael J. White had inside knowledge from somebody training with Earl Spence. And I paraphrase him, but he basically said he wasn't ready, and that Spence shouldn't have took that fight. Michael J. White said that, when he watched the fight, he felt like Earl didn't have his legs and he was just off. And he was saying what a lot of people agree. Like, he said, you never seen Terrance Crawford look so dominant. Now, he has stopped people at every weight class. And I'll say this. I think it's a combination of everything with Earl. Number one, I think it was that ring rust. He was off for 15 plus months. Terrance Crawford had a filler fight between that because Terrance Crawford fought on, what was it? I can't remember. He fought on some network. And Earl was like, "Oh, I needed to rest my body." A lot of people were saying because he's had those car accidents that his body hasn't been able to function the same. And then that could be true as well. I mean, just speaking anecdotally, I've been in a car accident once, and I've never been the same. And I was in my mid-20s when that happened. But he had 2 traumatizing accidents. But I will say this. I'm not going to give it still ain't no excuse. Earl lost how he lost. And he said that as well. He ain't going to make no excuses. But I will say that when it was so one-sided, because nobody picked it to be one-sided, all of us was like, "Oh, what happened?" And I had Crawford winning. I had him edging it, but I had him winning. Y'all can go back and look at my very first videos I started making. But nobody thought it would be so one-sided. And, some people say it's accident. And I also think they didn't have a real game plan. He didn't adjust. He just kept coming forward, and Crawford was just picking him apart. I think Earl Spence and Derrick James, they thought that they could come with the same game plan they did with Ugas and Sean Porter and everybody else when Earl was collecting the belts. But Terrance Crawford was studying Earl, and he'd been studying Earl for years. So, he was beating him to the jab. He was stronger. You could see he was the more accurate fighter during the fight. And I don't know, like, Earl never even adjusted. It was hard to watch. And I wonder for the rest of the people that watch it, like, that was hard to see. I almost thought Derrick James said threw in the towel, especially when he got knocked down twice. I can't remember, was it 7th round? But yeah, we'll see. Another fight supposed to be at 154. But there's people coming out at 147. Again, Sean 78, he said his sources are telling him that the fight will more likely be at 154. They just Terrance Crawford team's trying to play the A side. And let me say this: everybody who complains whenever your fighter becomes champion, they do the same thing. Honestly, they do the same thing. I remember when Keith Thurman, I ain't afraid to let it go. He got them belts, swished it up immediately. And that's just one example. But yeah, that's my thoughts on what Michael J. White said on Vlad. What y'all think? Y'all think there was ring rust? You think it was the game plan? Or you think it was those car accidents, or a combination of all of them?